I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.
Welcome back for another Candy's World on Wheels podcast episode. Today we have a trio of amazing gentlemen over here. And while they are amazing gentlemen, I still might throw out a little disclaimer of I really don't know what's going to happen here. So don't let your children watch this. Don't judge me based on what they say. And let's just keep this thing on the rails, y'all. Today,
try our best. No promises.
We have a bunch of gearheads here. We've got Mr. Do It With Dan. We've got Ryland Hennessey of Hennessey Performance. And we've got Gavin, who he can introduce himself in.
Yeah, well, my name is Gavin. I have a YouTube channel called It's Just a Six. We do a little bit of building and racing cars. I've done a lot of motorcycles and gun content, a little bit of everything, music, clothing, all of it. So
Good. Ryland?
Yeah.
How did you get here?
How did I get here? I naturally have a broken Ducati that needs some love. So I called the best person,
as we all do,
in this country to help me out. And here I am at Candyland.
There you go. Awesome.
Candyland.
Are we officially calling it Candyland? Are we officially?
That's not bad.
Did you just come up with that, or did she tell you?
No.
Tell him.
I thought it was fitting.
Tell him.
Yeah.
She hates it.
What?
No. No, tell him.
Which part?
We've been discussing this weekend, we've been working on this for over a year, this upstairs area, and we just ran into a lot of technical problems getting the podcast stuff situated or whatever. And Dan and I have been talking back and forth for a very long time on what it should be called. And he's like, just call it Candyland. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I know it is.
It's your candy.
Yeah, but if you go on YouTube and you search up Candyland, it's everything having to do with games and kids and all this other stuff, which, can't pull Dan into that.
Sure, for sure.
Dude, why am I
Dan's got to be excluded
Dan
from that
plus
category.
children equals no good.
I said all the bad stuff out before we got started. I figured, come on now.
I don't know about that.
Jeez, dude, I feel hot. I feel
targeted.
hot-centered. Everyone's talking crap about me.
So, Dan, how did you end up here?
I rode my motorcycle that I bought
ya?
from Wow Motorcycles. My 10th motorcycle I've gotten from you guys, my 2020 Hayabusa.
You're working on the buy a dozen, get one free.
Yeah, I didn't know we were working on that. Thank you. I'm going to hold you to that one. And everybody can get a discount at Wow if they use the coupon code Do It With Dan when you come here.
Man, what a deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's they add money to it. That's the discount. They get the discount. So
yes, we get the
You got to
discount.
pay more if you mention me.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. It's the Dan Hassel fee.
And they're working on your Ducati right now, right?
They are. I got to see my motor pulled apart yesterday. The case was split, and got to see my crankshaft. So yeah, it was pretty wicked. Got to meet Mark, meet the whole team.
Oh yeah, Mark's
got the full experience. I got to make a rip on the dyno. That was cool. Never done that.
What'd it make?
I don't know. I didn't look.
It wasn't his bike. It wasn't his bike. It was just.
I was like, dang, they got that.
I would have looked if it was my bike, but no.
He was in the moment. He was in the moment of like, oh my god.
I got the jitters pretty good. It was cool.
What would happen to your bike?
Yeah.
So I rode it for about a month and a half. I was loving it. Life was good, as it always is when the Ducati's working. And I started noticing it running really hot. I was like, well, that's not right. And I bought it, but, I was excited about it and just like hopped on it. Usually, I like to do my due diligence and do the service work myself. So I was like, well, I haven't done any of the service work. So might as well check all the fluids and all that crap. And I drained the oil, and there's coolant in the oil. So I was like, that's probably not a good thing. That's probably why it's running a little hot.
Just a little bit.
I was pretty pissed by the whole thing. So I was like, F it. I'm just gonna let the bike sit there. I like looking at it anyways, so I let it sit there for a while, and I finally started saving some money and mustered the courage. Like, okay, well, I need to get it fixed. So
what was it? Head gasket?
I don't know. I didn't really. I was so pissed off by the whole thing. I was like, I don't even want to fucking touch. I'm not a Ducati expert, so I'm like, well, I'll let the Ducati experts tell me. So, anyways, yeah. So Mark looked at it. He says, hey, I could fix a few things, or we could like blueprint it and make it like really, really nice and better than what was from the factory. So I was like, fine. I got to talk to the boss, talk to my wife, and got her on board with it.
Smart man, dude. Smart man.
Yep. So figured I'd do it. I'd do it right.
And you naturally told her it cost half of what it actually cost.
Yeah, no, babe. Like, really, it's not a huge deal.
They're just giving it to me. I don't know.
I don't know what to say. Yeah.
They just gave me the motor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Well, that's how he decided to make her his wife, because she let him keep it in the kitchen.
That's right.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
before I met her, that thing lived in the kitchen, right there.
If Laura, if she can tell that I'm thinking about doing something like that, she shuts that down. She's like, no more bikes in the kitchen, dude.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. You got to pick your battles, though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gavin, what do you have in your kitchen?
In my kitchen, nothing, just dishes. I've never thought about having a bike in the kitchen, but I was really pondering
I
that.
saw that. He's like,
You got a lot of stairs.
I know. I was like, wow.
You got a lot of stairs to your house. It'd be hard to get a bike in there.
That is fair. Yeah, that is
just take
fair.
it in pieces and put it together in the kitchen.
There you go. Yeah, we'll pull it apart.
There's I think we could get it up your back porch if we ramped it. You know, we could knock down one of the windows
Yeah,
and just
there you
pull it
go.
in.
There we go.
Just go straight up the stairs. That's how we get all this up here.
Right.
Easy enough. Easy enough.
And Gavin, do you have any bikes right now still?
Yeah, I have Hyper Motard 1100, which I actually sadly need the valves adjusted on, so I'm part of the Ducati culture.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll bring it up here so you guys can do
Okay,
that.
yeah,
And
please.
my V4S has been great though. I haven't had any issues out of that, but that bike only has probably 4,000 miles on it. So
Don't ever say that.
I know.
It's
I know.
The Ducati grandma will be
That's
like, oh, I've got a job now.
Yeah, true.
He just hopped off of his and onto yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they do have some amazing little Ducati gremlins. It's amazing how
Yeah.
they get really quirky. It's like it was just working, and now it's yes, indeed.
It's like the crazy hot ex-girlfriend. She looks so good, so tempting. As soon as you try to give it a chance for a little bit, it just falls apart.
Yeah.
Emotionally unstable motorcycle.
Exactly.
That's what Ducati is. It's an emotionally unstable motorcycle.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of like, I love them. I really do. I'm kind of like
the
Ducati.
crazy ex-girlfriend. It's
Ducati
hard not to
bias.
love them. There's a reason you came to it in the first place.
What's your favorite bike? Like out of anything that you've
Oof.
ridden or been on?
I mean, it's hard to cheat on my current ex-girlfriend. You know? The 996 it's I don't know, just the way it looks, it just does it for me.
Yeah,
Dang.
I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I get that.
so.
Dan, you've had a lot of different motorcycles. You've had like almost one of everything, it seems like.
I try. It's like the one thing, I mean, like, obviously I get to ride a lot of them with WoW, but people are going to hate this, but the Zero was so much fun.
No way,
Dude,
really?
The Zero was so much fun. It was the gayest bike I've ever owned. And
Would
I
you
had
buy one if you were an average consumer and you had to spend the money
No,
on it?
absolutely not. They're
Really?
too expensive. They're way too expensive.
But
They don't need to
novelty
be
fun.
What was the one that I had? It was the Zero FRS FS something.
You had the DSR, the Sky Park Blue.
Yeah, that thing's like
Yeah.
new. It's like $20,000 or something.
Yeah.
It's like you should buy an
It's
H2 for
because
that,
really
you know?
Dan
Crazy.
doesn't want to admit it, but he's really lazy, so that's why he liked
Facts.
it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to admit
He
it.
was just he could ride it just
Like a
by
moped.
yes,
Dude,
uh-huh.
no clutch. All you do, you just hop on it, turn the key on, and it goes. And then when you're done, you can just lay it on its side. It doesn't matter. You can tip it over. It's totally chill. The 0 to 60 on it was obtuse. It was so fast. It would like make my head hurt. Like it would literally like hurt my head. It would accelerate so quick.
That's awesome.
Have you ever been in like the Tesla Plaids or anything like that?
Hers.
They're pretty
Yes.
impressive, huh?
Yeah.
She accidentally bought the Plaid. She bought
Accidentally?
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She said,
Yes.
this option, sure.
I
It
was
showed
in a
up with that
hurry.
dumbass steering wheel. She's
I
like,
was-
"What the fuck is
I was
this?"
in a hurry. I was in a hurry, and I was just on their website, and I'm just like, sure. I just thought the Plaid was like the package,
Right.
like
Yeah.
extra leather seats or
Yeah,
whatever. I'm
right.
like, yeah, whatever, get it. And I was supposed to. It was supposed to arrive in like August, so I order it in May, and then like 3 weeks later, they call me and they say, hey, your Plaid's ready. Do you want it? Yes or no? I'm like, excuse me. Can I think about this?
We
I'm
need
like-
the full payment
They're
today,
like,
by the
no.
way.
Right, yeah,
Yes,
literally, that's
exactly.
all they
They're
had,
like,
yeah.
you have 20 minutes to decide, or we're moving to the next person. And I'm like, holy crap! And the car that I had at the time was burning oil, and so I was trying to squeak it out, through the summer. And I had the Cybertruck on order too. And I was hoping the Cybertruck would come in. But anyway, I was just like, let me have this electric car experience and see what it's all about. Go and get it. And I'm driving it around, and I've driven a lot of fast stuff. And I'm like, this is really fast.
They
Like,
are.
This is
Yeah.
the first 2 weeks. I thought I was going to have to return it. I was nauseous every day. I'm like, what is going on? And of course, I'm taking all my friends and throwing them in the back seat. And they're, we're all like just freaking out over how fast it is. And then I did the research on it, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, thank you for saving me a couple $1 million,
Yeah.
I mean, and now I just keep it because I can't replace that speed. Not for anything
Yeah, you're
near my
ruined now.
budget. Yeah,
You're
I'm
ruined now.
Right,
So
yeah.
are you like an EV advocate then?
Well, we
'Cause
had the electric motorcycles for 13 years. I mean, we really were
I didn't
ahead
even know
of the
that
game.
technology was that old, honestly, in motorcycles at all.
It used
Oh,
to
yeah.
be really bad.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they
Oh,
they
boy.
have one of the
I can't even
original.
imagine.
That's one of the original ones over there, right? That's like the
Yeah. Yeah, we have a couple.
teens.
I'll show you some. I'll show
wow,
you one of
that's
the. We have a couple things outside too. But when I got into it, it was really because a friend of mine was the CEO of Zero at the time. He had moved from England. He used to work for Triumph, and they brought him on board because he's one of those guys that really knows how to go into companies and do something with them. And he was telling me, he's like, "This is really cool. This is really fun. I know you'd love it." So we brought him on. And we kept him for 13 years. But really, we ultimately ended up getting rid of him because of kind of like they become obsolete really quick.
Immediately.
And it's like one thing to have everybody's got that drawer full of dead cell phones and dead tech
Right.
that, it won't update anymore. The batteries won't work anymore. Well, you spend $20,000 on a bike and 5 years later, it's a dead piece of tech.
Yeah.
And it's hard to swallow.
That's
you
fair.
know?
I never considered that.
Yeah. So that needs to get fixed. And then also, like Dan said, it was the price. The price, we always had the same pushback on how far will it go and why is it so expensive?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the push. And after 13 years, we were like, But then they also had component issues. Like we had people that needed a motor and they couldn't provide the motor. They needed some kind of
wow.
battery charger. And they just they went through a real bad stretch where they were just having problems fixing stuff with the components that they were out of or couldn't find.
They were backlogged for months.
Right.
There was a lot of people who couldn't get their Zeros back on the road
Yeah.
for over a year because they couldn't get the right parts.
Yeah. And that would be one thing if it was like a 2 or 3 year old company, but we're talking like at this point, they're 14, 15 years old.
Right.
That's kind of
that's
going
different.
backwards.
Yeah.
Going backwards. But when we got into it, I got really into it and I did all this research. I was reading all these books and I found out really cool stuff from the early 1900s. So New York had electric taxis in like 1904, 1901,
Wow.
1904.
That's wild.
Way back. So
That's
you kind of
crazy.
look back at history and you think, where could we have been? Like maybe we would have the flying car by now if Henry Ford and his cronies didn't take over with the petroleum. Because that's really
true.
what it came down to.
Interesting.
If you go
Yeah.
back and you research the history, like where could we have been if we stayed working on the electronics or the electric tech as opposed to we went to the petroleum? And one of the things that I would do when I'd go to colleges and municipalities, I would give this big kind of speech on kind of battery chemistry and things like that. But I bought one of the original Motorola bag phones, the big thing from the early 80s.
The suitcase phones?
The suitcase.
Oh my
boy.
So I
God.
bought that. And then I had, I'd had my first iPhone, and then I had the tiniest little Motorola flip phone that I had that was like maybe like that big,
The
like
chocolate.
the size of a business
It was like
card.
they called the chocolate or something like that.
It wasn't the Razor. Sorry, it wasn't the Razor. It was the flat little one, but I had the Razor also.
Yeah.
So I bring these and I show them, and I'm like, okay, so this phone came out, and this is mostly the battery. And because of the demand, now we have this. I'm holding up the tiniest little thing. And in a short amount of time, if you think about how fast the technology moved from that case, that big luggage that you had to drag around if you were a lawyer or a doctor, you wanted to be the cool guy on the road, to the tiniest little phones that we have now, all simply because the demand was there. So if you back that up to 1900 and you say people wanted the electric, and we've pushed all of our efforts into making that work better, faster, more efficiently and all that, like where could we have been?
You think it's more sustainable?
Well, not the way that it is done now.
Lithium
I don't
ion
really
is-
think the way that it's done now, but we don't have that next step of whatever that next battery chemistry combo
Yeah,
is
that's
going
what
to
I was
be.
going to say. New battery tech is all I think that's needed right now.
Yes, and something that's you don't have to freaking hollow out the earth.
Right.
Like that to me is not sustainable. But again, going back to 1900, if we had stayed on that path and we figured it out 50 years ago, where would we be today? I really think hydrogen is the ticket because of its output. If we have this never-ending cycle of hydrogen hanging around the atmosphere and we can just figure out how to not demolish it, like whatever goes in goes out. And it just is a sustaining kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
it. But I can't see us continuing to hollow out the earth for battery minerals. That's not sustainable.
Yeah, if we can figure out sodium ion batteries, get those sustainable. They charge quicker in hot and cold. They're more they've got better longevity. They don't deteriorate like lithium ion does. It's not as volatile. You can hit it with a hammer, you can beat it, it can break open. And then you mix that with hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-brainer, but
Yeah. Now, I had speculated on Nikola motors. And I don't know if you all know Nikola, but they were coming out with hydrogen.
So we got Nikola
semi-trucks.
and we got Tesla. Wow,
Yes.
dude, talk about splitting hairs.
I know. But unfortunately, they had. It's a story for another time, but essentially they are going bankrupt right now. But the technology that they were working on, no, it's out there. The technology that they were working with is what I truly believe will be the next thing. However, going back to the stuff and the studies that I did on what happened, I think it all comes down to the power and control. And if you are not on that path of the ones that have the power and control over what they want it to be,
Right.
You could come up with, the people that have done like the biodiesel with like, let's use the French fry oil and power everything.
Have you ever smelled one of those? They smell so good.
Do they?
They smell
I've
like,
heard that. But
yeah, just like a burger shop. They smell so good.
I know there was a guy that had one out there, but I don't recall the odor. I don't know. But there's so many ways. There was the guy supposedly that could run an engine on water. And, he's one of those internet conspiracies. He's like, yeah, they had this fully functioning water.
Like that 70s show right now.
Something, yeah, water-driven motor, and then the guy just disappears. And it's like, okay, well, is that true or not true? But also our capacity for understanding propulsion may not be there yet either. I think there's so many things out there that we can't grasp. Like if we could fast forward another 50 years and see what's there and then pull that in. But, Ryland's going to be doing that. Ryland's going to be that propulsion expert soon.
Can you imagine Hennessey
I just
UFOs,
like going
bro?
fast, guys.
UFO.
I'm not that crazy.
All
We
chromed
can
out
go real
UFO
fast.
Hennessy sticker on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future of cars? You're pretty in depth into it all. Where do you see it heading? Or even maybe for your sake, like with that company, where
Yeah,
does
with
that?
performance too. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, in my opinion, and just the things that I've seen, I think long term, well, I guess maybe not even long term, but just like the short term, until we have this big breakthrough with battery technology, I think, in my opinion, the best solution is the hybrid. Whether that's powered by hydrogen or, fossil fuels, I don't know. But I think marrying the best of the robustness of the internal combustion engine with just the performance characteristics and kind of the cleaner aspects of electric motors and batteries, I think having those two things married together is just the best. I mean, and I think that's evident because that's what you see in the highest forms of racing, right? So, they're running V6 twin turbo hybrid powertrains and they get a lot of performance out of it, and it's meant to last, to last seasons and races. So,
I watched an interview with Christian Koenigsegg, and he's a brilliant mind. If you
he's a
guys
smart
don't know,
guy.
he is.
They're going through some drama right now too.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, with the Hamilton collection.
I did see
I
that.
I probably
haven't
shouldn't
been
comment on
online.
that.
Yeah.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
I haven't been in the internet lately, so I don't know what's going on. So I just have to live through Dan. But he had said, this was, I can't remember what interview it was that I watched from him, but he was talking about the push for electric. And his statement in this interview was the fact that he felt that they could make really, really highly efficient ICE motors that would have super high performance, very, very efficient, not have to be gas guzzling.
Yeah.
But the push from whoever is pushing was for everybody to try to go to electric.
Yeah.
And then all the manufacturers, like everybody knows, all the manufacturers dump millions and millions of dollars into it. And I think the average person doesn't realize that's why all the regular cars got so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
Because they were losing their asses on every electric car they were selling. People didn't want to buy them. They were buying them because they were getting these rebates and shit. And then my friend that works at a Chevy dealership was talking about how every technician hates them, because the Chevy electric car, the cheaper one that came out, what was that one?
The Volt?
The
Or no?
Spark.
Well, that's funny because I think the Spark is not the electric one, isn't it? Wasn't it weird?
The
like
Spark's electric, or it's either all
Was it a
electric or it's a
hybrid?
hybrid.
Duncan's
it's one of the two.
confirming. Duncan says
the Volt.
Volt, yeah,
The Volt
okay.
was the all electric one.
Can you pull that up, Jamie?
Stop it! He's not Jamie.
I know, but it's the bit.
No, I know, but everybody does that.
Duncan, can you stop flipping me off?
So my friend that works at that dealership was telling me that they have to, when the batteries crap out, if they're not in warranty, people just won't do anything with the cars because the battery replacement is like $25,000.
The cost of a new
They
car.
had to bring them in with a crane, and then you have this dead battery that you can't move, you can't do anything with because it has to be moved with a crane. So from that aspect of things, yeah, like that's just not not easy on a dealership. And, you guys see all these crates that we have around here for the Zero batteries that we got. We couldn't get rid of the batteries that we would have to replace.
Oh, wow.
We could not get rid of them. I could not find anybody to take them. Like legally, we can't just throw them away.
They're not recyclable.
They're not recyclable.
You're supposed to throw them in the ocean with the eels to help them
my
recharge.
God.
Right,
Yes.
there you
You
go.
got to recharge the
Good.
eels.
Yeah, create a little coral reef off of a dead Zero battery. Yes. So from that standpoint, like going back to when I said when they become obsolete, you got this giant, junk drawer full of huge batteries that, we can't move them singularly. We have to have two people to move them around.
Yeah.
I did dispose of them in some interesting ways, but, that's just not.
How?
I don't know.
What an
Maybe the
ambiguous...
chemistry students down the road got some donations to
sure they will.
work. I was like,
Yeah.
don't blow up
Education.
your school classroom, please.
Right.
Yeah, just to further the education and like take this, take it apart, figure out how to do it better and easier.
Right.
So
There you
that's,
go.
but the component pieces for that is just not, they weren't thinking that through. And it's
Yeah.
like people who make the decisions in the government level of like, oh, we're going to reduce emissions by making every car have to stop at a stoplight. But they don't think about the starters
Auto start? Yeah.
man.
God,
and
dude.
the problems that they create downstream are like when they started the DEF fluid. Like I can't tell you how many
yeah.
problems we
I
have with
wouldn't
our
know about
trucks. Oh yeah, I know, Mr. Delete.
EPA is on to us, Candy.
And then they create these whole systems, and I guarantee somebody's making money from it. Somebody's
for
making money
sure.
from it. And they're like, let's put a little tank on there and mix pig pee in with some water, and then your sensor's always going to go bad, and you're going to have to limp your truck with a full trailer of motorcycles down the road because your sensor's going bad, all because we're trying to water down your exhaust.
Sounds like you've had some experience
Yes.
there.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 5% urea and water.
No
is
way.
what DEF fluid is.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, or color.
Wow.
It is. That's why it smells so strong, too. It smells
Yeah.
like straight ammonia. If you ever smelled it, it'll
Holy
burn your nose hairs
crap.
off.
Yeah, and then so we have it out there, and then it crystallizes, and it's
You
it's
mean
like
all
it's
these
another
trucks are full of
problem
pig
thing.
piss?
Yes, that's what urea is. Anytime you see urea, even in cosmetic ingredients, urea is a urine acid.
God dang.
Yeah.
So maybe you just pee in your
Flushing
own
mine
tank.
down for free. I could be selling this.
Right, maybe.
There we go.
I don't know. Yours might cause more problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the regulations, the regulatory companies, or not companies, agencies, they kind of don't have to be the end user or the end repair person. So they're just like, we're going to do this and then y'all deal with it, like LED lighting or, anything else that they make these rules about. And then like, do they care if, instead of having a light bulb that burns for 25 years, you've got one that burns for 2 that was 3 or 4 times the cost?
Oh,
No.
we know does everybody know why everything goes bad so quickly? It's because of fucking light bulbs. Dude, all the light bulb manufacturers got together because they started building light bulbs that last longer and longer. So all the light bulb companies got together and like, hey, listen, we're going to make our products intentionally defective so they burn out after a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
This is true. This is 100% true. They're all like, we got to cap them on how many hours they'll last because they can make a light bulb that will burn for fucking ever.
There's one, I think, in New York. What is it? It's been burning since like the early 1900s.
That's right.
The Edison bulb or whatever?
It's
Yeah.
the Edison bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been on forever.
They can make a light bulb last forever and consume almost zero power. But because nobody's going to be buying light bulbs, they started making them by Big Bulb. Exactly. Big Bulb Company. That's why your refrigerators crap out after 3 years.
Yeah.
Why does a refrigerator need a TV screen anyway?
I don't know, so that they can
Why do I need
watch
to play
you.
Angry Birds?
So they can watch you getting in your refrigerator at 2 a.m. to remind you that you need more of that cake
I feel
on your
so bad
Amazon
for them
shopping
if-
list the
if-
next day.
Yeah, they'll send you notifications and everything.
Imagine the FBI agent watching me through my television or through the television on my shoveling bagged cheese into my mouth 2 a.m. naked in front of my refrigerator.
I think they don't even bother to watch your channel. They just go straight to your refrigerator and
straight
they're like,
to the
let's just
source.
watch Dan live.
Using my Wi-Fi to map
Yes.
where I'm at in my house.
Yes.
Also a real thing, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. That's crazy.
God
crazy
dang it.
stuff. Awesome. All
Yeah.
right, Gavin, what is your best conspiracy theory on the evolution of vehicles and why they are where they are today?
Conspiracy theory.
Sure, why not?
I don't know if I have conspiracy theories around vehicles, but I have a lot of other ones around other stuff. But vehicles themselves, I don't know. What do you have one around vehicles?
Maybe.
I didn't know that there
I'm
was
putting one
conspiracies around vehicles, but
I got conspiracies on everything.
I can imagine.
Dan looks
that.
like a conspiracy theorist. Look at them eyes.
He's got the look.
Yeah, you
Dude,
can tell.
you gotta stop calling them theories once they're real. Then
Well,
they're just
that's
truth,
true, right.
true theories.
What is going on in the automotive industry, you think? Like, what is the craziest
No,
conspiracy
I'm
that you
asking
know
you.
of?
I'm asking you. If you don't have anything, Dan does.
No, yeah, Dan, go ahead.
What's
Take
Big
it to
Car
Dan.
up to these days?
Big Car. Here we go.
I just think truly, I think it's verifiable that big petroleum has stopped the progression of pretty much every other form of transportation.
Yeah.
Like every industry is wrapped around it. You know, I've got no doubt in my mind that Lockheed Martin has definitely unlocked the powers of some sort of travel that requires almost no energy. There's
Anti-gravity.
absolutely the little pill.
Yeah, I can
Dude,
tell you.
imagine that with a Hennessy logo on the side
there
of
we
that thing.
go.
That's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
you can probably, both of you guys can attest to this because y'all both have driven and have very fast cars. The average American, the average person does not need that type of power.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
no, that is so
1000%.
bad, dude.
Room
Yeah, that
temperature
was
IQ
so-
Bubbas do not need a 1,200 horsepower McLaren.
Right.
At 5
You know?
a.m., we watched somebody drunk as get out, bro, on that highway this morning. We were taking somebody to the airport. They're swerving back and forth between lanes, and the highway starts curving.
Sorry, dude,
And
that was
dude,
my
they
bad.
just kept going. Dude, they kept going straight and smashed into the side of the highway, like 85. And I
The
was just,
Grady curve.
yeah, in the middle of a curve, they just kept going straight. Like it was really bad crash we watched. But
my
point being, though, yeah, there's very careless people on the road. I can't imagine giving that amount of power to a normal person. That would
Yeah.
be interesting to see
That
for
was
sure.
really driven home with me when I got the Plaid. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, just anybody could buy this because it wasn't dreadfully expensive. Like, okay, you can afford this and you can have this kind of power that's like just instant. And I was going to talk to you about this yesterday, but I really feel like for some people, you should have like this special license. You just pay $1,000 and it allows you to just like, you know,
Yep.
That would be
all
nice.
ass. It would be good. But the average person just, I don't know, I hate to say they just shouldn't have access to stuff like that, but it definitely would cut down on a lot of stupid accidents, which then cost us more money in insurance, like that guy. Or
Yeah.
I remember when the GSXRs went to the fuel injection and the throttle just was so sensitive. I mean, you could just squeeze your hand and it's like, and there were so many rear end collision deaths from these guys that had just not experienced that kind of instant power. Because before that, you know, you've got your cable, so you have a little bit of room there where
Yeah,
you
get your cable
before you
slack.
you know you got to get that in there. But I mean, just squeezing your hand would make the thing go fast. And that had to, you know, kind of level it out. And I don't know if they kind of backed off of the instant power that they had, but you know, people just don't really get how fast some of this stuff is. And you get somebody that's like, oh man, I can handle that. Or their friends are like, yeah, just buy this, don't worry about it, whatever. And they are not experienced. And I really do not think that people should be able to buy, I don't know, pick a horsepower limit, you know, without having some kind of professional training on a track, or, you know, your defensive driving class is not going to cover it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Like-
the MSF course isn't going to set you up to ride a 1099.
Yeah. And then also, like with my car, we were talking about how the car's so fast, but the brakes suck. The stock brakes
Totally.
absolutely suck.
A little bit of an oversight.
It's the
Yeah.
weight too of them. They weigh
Right.
so much. It's crazy.
Yes. So like when we go out, you know, wherever I am, I know I'm not going to cut it close because I need so much runoff room because it's so spongy. You know, anything over 100, 130, whatever, you go to slam on the brakes. I want it to stop as fast as it accelerates because like on the Zeros and some of the other really high horsepower motorcycles, you grab that front brake and it's, you know, you're chopping that speed, but not with a Tesla. So I really want to work on that big brake kit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think they offer. They
I
offer an
know,
option
I
now.
know. I
Carbon
looked at it,
ceramics,
but
yeah.
you know,
Carbon ceramics, drilled and slotted
yeah.
rotors.
Maybe Santa will bring me the unplugged big brake kit.
That would be
There you
Hello, we got the
cool.
Christmas tree down there.
This episode's sponsored by Unplugged Big Brake Kit.
No, it's not.
Stop that shit.
There you go. Got a new slogan. We'll charge you for it. Just one kit for the Tesla out there. Yeah. All right. So what else? What else is big petroleum stopping us from having? The flying car, the family flying
Probably
car.
the flying car. Again, something that not everybody needs to have. Like, I don't need a flying car. Would I want one? Yeah. But would I would, it'd be like YouTuber dies in flying car crash, obviously. You know?
Only if it was full self flying.
Yeah. Yeah.
FSF.
They're coming out with those apparently. It's like a
FSF.
drone. And
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
get in
say.
it and you just route where you're going. And it just flies you there.
See, I think that's going to be it. Everyone pictures the flying cars with propellers and like wings. I think it's going to be drones.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
it's
see
going to
it.
be a drone.
Well, I mean, it's an evolution, you
It would
know,
be
until we
cool.
figure out how to create that lift without the propellers. You know, I mean, that's
I'm sure a big
Ryland's,
drone would be
Ryland's
more-
skill.
Sure.
It's got to
Well,
be
I
more
guess-
stable
I
than
mean,
a helicopter.
Even if that's an option, I guess personally, would you get in a flying drone to take you somewhere?
You know what? No,
After
I
Dan
wouldn't.
did it a bunch of times.
No,
Sure. Okay. There you go.
No, this is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good question because helicopters, when they fail, they auto rotate. They'll
Right.
still land. Airplanes, when they fail, they still have wings and they can land. A drone, when it dies, it fucking dies. It falls
Falls.
out of the
Yeah.
fucking sky.
Yeah.
There is no auto rotate.
Gravity takes over and it
Unless
drops
it wasn't
like a rock.
electric. Maybe you can make like a motorized version. That has
Like
the
a
same rotor
two-stroke.
pack.
You want to make it more unreliable?
Stroke. But like if you had an engine on it and had the same, like you know how helicopters they disengage the rotor pack whenever they fail, whenever the engine fails.
Yeah.
You could set up that same thing with like a drone or something. Maybe it could work.
Yeah, or like a parachute,
Parachute?
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
emergency parachute deployment.
Yeah.
And then
It'll
a
buffer it a
secondary.
little bit.
Right.
Yeah, you look like the lunar when they come in from the atmosphere. They land in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm most curious to see is like whatever the solution is, it's going to be so starkly different from what we're doing now for transportation. How are they going to market the product to get the kind of general population excited and like interested in pursuing that as a real option? That's what I'm curious to see.
I know you guys probably don't remember this, but when Segway came out with their
The Segway.
the Segway, the original Segway, because now all I remember is the ones in the airport, the ride-on little tricycle
police?
deal, the police thing.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Paul Blart.
So when they did a huge like marketing campaign thing where they had everybody convinced it was going to be like some hover technology or something like that, and it was such a letdown. I remember the cover of a magazine. I don't remember what magazine it was, but it was like this guy holding like this duffel bag or something. It's like Segway is going to change the way of transportation, and we're all so excited, like, oh, the flying car's here, and it was just this, I don't know, skateboard.
It was like when people
Something.
thought hover cars were the new big thing, and then they realized you can't turn them unless they're going forward.
yes.
They're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like a jet ski,
Little
dude.
bit of a problem. Yeah.
People
like-
forget that jet ski cannot turn unless you give it throttle. So you have
Yeah.
a bunch of people hitting
a giant
docks at 50
airboat.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yes. Interesting. Hey, let's get some questions going and see where that leads us.
Oh
Man.
May I?
Of course.
So the way that we did this, we have a bunch of questions here, but we don't actually even know what they are. So we just have random cards. Mine's interesting. Okay. This one's for you.
All right.
You're forced to compete in a reality show where you can only communicate using animal noises.
Oh boy.
What animal sound do you pick? And how do you trash talk your opponents without words? That's one of the most interesting questions I've ever read.
Man. Well, if I was on a reality TV show,
Yep.
man, I gotta think what it would be.
You
Oh, it
only
has
can
to be Love
communicate
Is
with
Blind.
animal.
My wife and I are really into that one right now.
Which one?
Love Is Blind. Have you seen it?
No, what's Love is Blind?
Well, as the name implies, so you go on this dating show
Oh, it's
and
a
you
bunch of
don't
blind
actually.
people?
No. Oh, okay. that would be interesting. but,
Dan-
It'd be messed up to have a
Dan's
TV
show.
show about blind
Well,
people.
yeah,
they
that-
can't even watch it.
no.
That's kind of a
Dan's
So-
show would be Love on a Spectrum.
Yeah.
Look at there. Have you seen that one, Dan? That's
Love-
a good
I've
one.
seen Love on a
I gotta be
Spectrum.
honest. I'm
I've
watching
seen
a
Love
lot
on
of
a
that.
Spectrum.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Yeah,
Get a bunch
honestly,
of socially
I-
awkward
yeah.
people together to date.
I
That
talked
was
to my
funny.
wife about that.
fantastic.
I have moral kind of conflict inside about, is this right? Should I be watching this as entertainment? You know?
Yeah, but then when that scene happens, you're like, oh, this is worth. I'll throw more money
It's
at this.
only wrong
Yeah.
if you laugh. If you feel
That's
if
fair.
you're happy for
That's
them,
fair.
you're like,
Yeah,
this is a sweet thing.
That's what my wife says. She says she gets the warm and fuzzy. She's
Yeah.
like, they're so sweet, you know. They just want love. I'm like, okay,
And they get
sure,
it.
baby. That's
yeah,
okay.
that's the cool
Yeah.
part.
That's what a sweet thing to want, dear.
Exactly. But anyways, if I was on Love Is Blind,
And you
man,
can only communicate with animal
Yeah.
noises, and you got to trash talk people with animal
well, yeah,
noises.
I'm trying to put my best foot forward, but also scare off the competition. I have this vision of silverback gorilla kind of vibe. You know, I guess they do and grunts and stuff. So you know, I feel like I can make that sexy.
Yeah,
Try
there
to-
you go.
try to find
All
my partner that way.
All right. So what would it sound like?
Yeah, give us an example.
Ooh,
That's both terrifying and exhilarating.
yeah. What about you, Candy? What would be your primal
Oh,
noise?
it's not my question.
Oh.
Not my question.
No. You can't stray away from the debate. What would you? What
Oh,
noise?
definitely I'd be a lioness. There's no doubt about it. There's
see that.
no doubt about it. Yeah.
And your impression of one?
I don't know. Can you pull
On
up
the spot
a little,
animal impressions is crazy.
We'll get Duncan to,
On
to,
the
to
spot
splice in
animal
an animal noise.
because now the silverback's noise is kind of stuck in my head, and like the
See, it's hard to forget.
it is very hard to forget. But the lioness noises was just whatever their growls and their
Rawr. Rawr.
they make that deep like that. Don't mess with me, kind of like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know exactly what they're communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
there's
sure.
no questions.
I would do it if I could.
Oh, we got it.
There you go.
Wow,
Is that you just wired that directly into our headphones, dude?
that's crazy.
That sounds like me on the toilet this morning.
Oh gosh.
God.
Then I had the bidet. It was great.
That's right.
I said, wow,
Get your
what a great
wipes.
time.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure if you heard that noise, you'd be like, "Whoo, let me get away
Leave
from
me
there."
alone.
Yes, leave me alone. All right.
Dan, you got your deck ready?
Oh, I haven't even looked at the questions. I mean, I
Just
started.
pick one.
I
Just
started
pick one.
looking
No,
at it.
no,
You just
no,
gotta-
no. You're
turn it
cheating
over.
now.
Okay,
You're
okay,
cheating
okay.
now.
All right, Gavin. What's the most absurd thing you do to win a lifetime supply of socks? And how many pairs would you actually keep?
I like socks. If I had a lifetime supply of socks, I'd wear a new pair of socks every day.
Wow, fresh.
Fresh socks.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know what the
actually baller.
wildest thing I would do for that though. I'd probably run a marathon for a lifetime pair of socks. I feel like
Wow.
that's kind of
That's a long ways, man.
How long is that? That's 26 miles.
Yep.
Have
that's
you ever
pretty
done
far.
that? Have
but
you ever
a
done that?
lifetime supply of socks though,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good
You're gonna
time.
need them afterwards. Your feet are gonna be hurting, dude.
Yeah.
If I had a sock company, that's the type of thing I would do to sponsor somebody a lifetime pair of socks.
There
You
you
know,
go.
Dude,
Yeah.
if
Like,
you
if
had a
you
lifetime
complete
supply,
this-
you could create your own sock company.
we
Gavin
should make a
Socks.
sock company.
You
Sock
should.
it.
Sock it.
Sock it.
Sock it. Oh my goodness. Duncan, let's make sure and check and see if that's available. It
right.
started here. It
Claim
started
it.
right here.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm gonna get my son's college paid for by all these ideas one day.
I'm an ideas guy.
That's really
Sock
what
it.
this is. She just has like an idea farm going on right
Yes,
here. And she's
that's
writing
right.
all down.
That's it.
right.
And I'm like,
That's
yeah.
what I signed before I did.
Chat GPT could never recreate this.
No,
All IP
not at
belongs
all.
to Candy.
Exactly. Any ideas? Yes.
Reality TV shows making animal noises. Check. Only exclusively animal noises.
You know what?
That might be a good
I
one.
don't dip into Netflix too often, but I bet you that would
People would
live
watch
there.
it.
Yeah,
they
they'd pick
would.
it up.
They'd
They
pick it
would for sure. It would be like Tiger
$3 million
Dude.
contract.
What was that?
Tiger King?
Tiger King 2.0.
Tiger King was great.
Hey man,
something?
Trump
Was
needs to
good.
free him. He keeps commenting on all of his posts. He needs to free that guy. That
Is
guy's
he
still
still in
locked
jail?
up. Yeah, he's still locked up, man. He's right down the road. I think he's in Georgia.
No way.
He was at one point. I know.
Wow.
Can we shut this down early? Go meet Tiger King.
Sure.
I think that would be like a somewhat of
Joe
an
Exotic.
attraction. You know, you get to
Yeah.
go do a prison tour. You get to meet
Dude,
the,
him behind
Tiger
the
King.
bars is crazy.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
He spent the whole time
Take a
putting
selfie
animals.
with guy in prison.
Yeah. Hey, that could be another pathway for prisons to make money.
There we go.
Like just get
Tours.
You know,
Tours of the inmates.
Tours of the inmate, and then you can make a reality TV show out of it. And then you could sell the merch from it.
That's a
That'd
good
be
point.
see, you know, enterprise.
you, Carol Baskin.
Enterprising.
They just rather tax us.
Yeah. Well,
No
you
need.
know, the inmates could work kind of, you know. They're already doing business as normal, you know, from the jail cells. So might
He's
as
in
well.
Fort Worth. Okay.
Yeah.
I know he was in Georgia at some point. I know he was. Because Laura and I talked about going and seeing him.
We're going to Fort Worth Thursday, so I'm pulling up at
Better-
Joe Exotics. I'll send y'all some pictures.
You should be like bring a free Joe Exotic T-shirt. He would love it.
Wear it in there.
Get him to sign it. Get him to sign it.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, get him
He
to
just
say
got
"Don't
his-
lose sight."
For real, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Get a clip.
gangbangers.
Clip that.
Chat, clip that.
Nice. All right. Question.
Yeah, I've got this one for Dan. He's, you know, it's my first time meeting you, so
It's been nice.
It's
up
been
until
a
now.
pleasure, and I've enjoyed hearing all the myriad of voices you have. So this one I think is appropriate for you. If you could swap voices with any celebrity for a day, who would it be, and what ridiculous thing would you say to confuse everyone?
Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
I like
man.
Eddie Murphy's.
And what are you going to say to confuse everyone?
I would just talk like the donkey from Shrek, just constantly.
I'm
That
a
is a nice
flying
boulder.
donkey.
That is a nice boulder. I can do Trump already kind of okay, so
Yeah.
I don't think I would trade with him.
Right.
My voice hurts after doing his. I don't know how he talks like that all the time. I said, wow, what a great time. That's the noise he makes. What are you looking at me for? Like,
Wait, no more. That's it.
That's right. You got to do the hand.
that's it. You just talk like this, and then Monica, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I think Eddie Murphy would be a good one to try.
Yeah.
Or Cat Williams. He's got such a
That's a good
recognizable
one.
voice. I can only do it after I can do his voice, but after I've drank milk. It like coats the throat and
Yeah.
it gives you that like, oh,
Oh, come on. Come
you
on,
get
do
you
it.
some
Do
milk?
it.
ain't
this
never
dude some
in the
milk.
history of everdom. That's not what he says, but I can't say what he says.
That's like what he says.
It's in the ballpark, and I don't sound like him. But yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, I could see that. But where would be the source of confusion?
I'm sorry.
The part of the question was,
Oh yeah, run that back for me.
what ridiculous thing would you say to confuse everyone?
Because you sound just like him, so
Yeah, okay, I guess that's true. You think?
Okay, I would do my impression if I sounded like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I would do Eddie Murphy as Trump.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That
if
would
you can even
be
picture-
confusing.
That would be
I'm
confusing.
confused thinking about
yeah,
it, dude.
exactly.
so can you do Trump / Eddie Murphy?
No, I can't even do Eddie Murphy.
No?
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
he's
I'm not a good voice guy. I listened to Shane Gillis
Just-
talk about Trump too many times, and that's how I picked it up.
Sure. Yeah. That and Master Chief, you got those two down.
We can't do that one,
Right. We won't do that live.
Because I only know the one line.
Right. Of course.
Halo was
Go
Pete.
ahead.
No, I don't want to. I don't
It's
want
not.
to.
It's not PG.
It's
It's
we're
okay.
past
Dan
that,
never
sure.
is. Dan never is. All right. So I have a question, and feel free, just whoever wants to answer this. You're the new mascot for a failing cereal brand, and you have to wear a costume of the world's most unappealing breakfast item. What's the costume, and how do you hype it up to get kids to eat it?
It's a tough one.
Epsteinos.
These are
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Can we cut that one, please?
And how do you hype it up to get the kids to eat it, Dan?
Come to my wonderful island. It's very tropical. All the kids are doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, for every box of Epsteinos you buy, you get a free trip to the Magic Island.
That's right.
It's like Disneyland, but the opposite.
Oh gosh, the parents are gonna love that. Here, little Johnny, you get a box of Epsteinos. You got it. You've been a good boy recently.
Oh my goodness! All right, what do you think, Gavin?
I would probably be a big stalk of broccoli, maybe an asparagus
Yeah.
sprout.
Speaking of Eddie Murphy, this is what is that movie? Daddy Daycare. Have you seen that?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yes,
Throwing it back.
man, that's a good reference.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I like that movie.
Anyways.
Daddy Daycare.
Coming to America, also.
Yes.
Hey,
Classic.
buddy, fuck you.
Dan,
Classic.
what would your cereal item be?
Epsteinos.
The Epsteinos.
Epsteinos.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, I don't know. What do the kids not like these days?
Anything.
Labor.
Anything.
Labor. Wow.
They do
okay.
hate labor.
Yeah.
Laboros. Labor flakes.
Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, I feel
Probably
like
anything that's good for them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel like it'd have to be some sort of vegetable and
Veggios.
Veggios, and you'd be, I don't know, doing what the kids do. You do, was it 6,
Scrolling
7, or
TikTok.
what is it? You know what I'm talking about? Whatever. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Nobody
the
knows.
most
but-
boomer thing I've ever. What are the kids doing? The 6, 7?
Throw that
He's
on the
like-
box.
he's
Throw it
like-
on the box.
Exactly.
He's like not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, I'd be out there doing what the kids do. My wife, she works at a school, so she loves to kind of fill me in on like what the kids say, and I like to just throw it out there randomly. She'll get mad at me. Honey, you can't say that. You're not young. I'm like, no,
Young and
Gabe."
hip.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool.
What grade does she teach?
So she's a speech pathologist, so she does pretty much anything elementary school.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's like right before they become shitheads too. So you don't have to deal
Well,
with
it depends.
Yeah, well.
She's got a few.
They're starting early nowadays, you know.
Yeah, right. It just keeps getting
All
younger.
of it starts earlier just because of the access to the internet.
Yeah, the internet's ruined everything, bro.
Yeah.
It really has. I can agree
Yeah.
with that sentiment.
Yeah, coming from two people who make their business off the internet.
I know
think the
that's
internet's ruined
that's why I
everything.
feel like we
Yeah.
know so well. We get like the first person view of how bad it is.
Yes.
The new generation is cooked, bro.
Yeah,
so
fried,
fucked.
pan-seared.
man.
They're
Yeah.
done. They're done.
These kids are hibachi, bro. They're fucking done.
My son's down in the office there just gaming himself silly.
Oh.
I went in there and he had the lights off and he had the chair reclining and I walk in at first, I'm like, what are you doing? He's setting it all up. He's like, oh, I'm just getting ready to game.
Yeah.
He's like, lights out, just
Everything's
chilling.
gonna be a simulation one day. I swear. We're just gonna patch in and
Right.
be in our simulated world.
That's right.
It
That's what
already
they're
is.
trying.
It feels
Yeah.
like.
It's
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
yeah, wasn't that you could like whatever Meta was doing the metaverse, you could buy virtual real estate. I think it was
Yeah.
like a thing for a minute there.
That's so weird.
It probably still
It
is.
is.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
But-
That's like when there was a scam company. I don't know if you ever did a sponsor for them, but I did a sponsor for them before I knew they were a scam. You bought like a plot in Ireland or something like that. You bought like and they
way.
call you a lord. It ended up being like
it's
a
Nice.
big
square foot.
Ponzi scheme or something like
Sure.
that. I didn't know about it at the time. I think they do the same thing with you can buy property on the moon. It's like, oh
Hilarious.
boy, my future kids are gonna have moon front property.
there you go.
Yeah, well, you can buy stars and things like that, and I don't know if they're still selling bits of the ocean, like you buy little bits of the ocean. But I
sells
wonder,
these things?
I wonder,
Yeah, how do
you
they
can
get the
buy.
right to it? You know?
Yeah, right.
It's because the government says, okay, you no longer own the rights to your water or minerals on your property. So if you own any kind of property, you want to have like any kind of mineral or,
Right.
or water rights. But I'm wondering now with the thoughts of the drones and flying whatevers, should you think about buying your airspace above your house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Because you
What
don't
it-
own that. I didn't know that until I bought my house.
Right.
It's
you
only
do
up
not,
to a certain point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do not own
Crazy.
your airspace. So it's like, well, what if you're, high net worth individual or whatever, and you don't want anything near your
Yeah.
property?
Yeah.
Could you buy, like, I want to buy up to the moon,
Right.
and then who do you pay? And then, like, what kind of taxes do you have?
Right. And then who regulates that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
many questions.
probably a thing,
Should be.
kind of like this, the actuarial math that all the big money people use. It's like, they figure out how to make money out of nothing. And it's the same premise of like selling
Bitcoin?
selling nothingness.
I was just thinking we could probably jar air and sell the air if it had like
Farts
a
in a
nice
jar,
label on
buddy.
it.
Sit in a jar.
That's gonna be my next thing.
Could sell Swiss Alps air.
There you go.
Yeah, Swiss Alps.
There was
You know?
there was a Twitch streamer, a female. I think she does the OnlyFans stuff too.
There we
But
go.
she bottles her bath water.
Yeah.
yeah,
No way.
yeah. She like sells her gamer girl bath water, and I think it
gosh.
sold very well.
Oh,
Embarrassingly so, I think.
man. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Well, yeah.
the American dream.
Do the guys get a refund after they open it? And
Oh, I don't even want to think about them
What they do
opening
with the
it.
bath
Like,
water.
Yeah, right.
You know, I don't even want to know
What individual buys bathwater to start with, and then what do they do with it for sure?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
well, it's like the underwear deal. and all
Imagine it
that,
had some
you
on the
know?
in
shelf.
Japan. They got
Yeah,
vending
that-
machines out there. They got used underwear vending machines out
Yeah,
in Japan.
that's-
No way.
So I've heard. I wouldn't
Right.
know.
Yeah. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't have.
I would
any.
never.
Right.
They're only $12. I mean, what-
Plan a trip. We should go to Japan. That's what we should do. We should plan like a group trip.
Was that
to
the selling
Japan.
point? I'm with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Go to
It's like,
Japan just for the.
I
vending
had
machine.
We're gonna start our
I
own
had
vending
no
machine.
desire to go to Japan until I found out about the
That I could
used
auction off my
underwear.
used underwear.
Yeah.
And
We'll
then
refill
it
the
just made
machines for 'em.
sense. Now we can pay for the trip.
Exactly. I've got plenty.
You want to
man.
gamer girl bathwater? How about YouTuber boy underwear?
Yeah. Well, you get somebody to give you the lifetime supply of it, and along with the
See,
socks,
there we
you get the
go.
lifetime supply of underwear.
Every time you
and then
take them
just-
off,
yeah, there
we
you
can
go.
system.
Who's out
package
there?
it and go.
MeUndies. We could get MeUndies out. Probably they make some good underwear. Not
we
sponsored,
go.
but hit me up. Or Manscaped, dude. Manscaped makes us. I'm gonna get personal.
Skims.
But
I worked with Skims. Not
Skims. Are
long
they
ago.
the one with the ball bag? The pouch.
Ball-
No, that's Saks.
Dude.
Skims is Kim Kardashian's company.
Dude, I'm first of all, I'm going to put you on some crazy
Yeah?
stuff.
Come on, dude.
I
I need
know
some
we
new
talked
underwear.
about the bidet earlier
Yes.
before the podcast, but there's also another underwear that has a pouch
Yeah,
for your
right.
boys.
Yeah.
And they have a separate one for the Lincoln log too.
Wow.
And that is
Segregated. I love that.
Yeah, you gotta keep them
keep it
separate.
fresh.
But
you
it
know?
call, it,
Flipping
I
around down there.
suspect it. You have to have a little bit of organization putting them on. You can't just like.
Right.
It's not
Can't
a
rush it.
one and done. You gotta itemize, right? If you ever played like
Organized,
Escape from
little
Tarkov, you
powder.
gotta move your inventory around so
Right.
it fits.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
the same thing. You gotta make sure the boys go in one and then the goes in the other.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to
anyway,
look into that.
That seems like that could go very.
I don't have
wrong.
a code if that's what you're wondering.
Sure. Who knows? Maybe from this. We
Yeah,
you
dude,
know,
hit me up, dude.
we get a deal.
Maybe you're gonna have your own code soon
There we go. Wow.
Yo, Hennessy
Okay.
branded,
Wow.
dude.
That's kind of
for the
fire.
big horsepower men in your
Yeah.
life.
There we go. Okay.
She's running them up
Man.
today.
Bro, we are a think tank.
Right
of
as
small
long as
ideas. We should change the name to Think
I'm going to
Tank.
come and talk to your dad next week about our merchandise
Come
company
on.
that we're starting.
That's it. I mean, we've got it all laid out.
Yo.
We'll take care of it for him. He just goes through
Just
the book
sign
and
it.
he says yes, no, yes,
That's
no,
right.
and that's it. No, we'll take it all the worry away. Yes, it'll be amazing. It'll fund the next Venom
Right.
rounds. Yeah,
Yep, we're looking for funds.
We'll
so.
work on that hybrid motor funding
Yep.
money with underwear sales.
Where are you guys out of? I meant to ask.
Just outside of Houston.
Houston? Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
We need
if
to
y'all
go
ever,
out
if
there
y'all
and
ever in
check
Texas,
those.
come swing by.
I really was about to say.
Can you just do that? Can like any person come by and just hang out? Like,
If you know Hennessey.
okay, cool.
Y'all started doing the.
Stay away, everybody.
We just got an Escalade V. Y'all been doing those builds too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, those things are baller.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been seeing the builds all over the internet. People
Yeah.
are raving
Yeah,
about them. They look
they're-
cool.
I mean, they're fast as hell and they're super, super sweet.
Do you know what y'all are doing to them? I know it's cam and portability.
Yeah.
maybe.
Swapping
That's their
them.
own recipe.
God.
Can't ask for the
Yeah,
recipe.
can either confirm or deny. Truthfully, like
What's your cam
it's
specs?
horrible.
Down-
Yeah, yeah,
down to
exactly.
the number.
Let me just I honestly have no knowledge of our modification side of the business.
Really?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, all I
That's
work
cool.
on is the F5, so
Oh
that's,
yeah, yeah.
that's the extent of my knowledge.
No.
It's just
All I
he's
work on
got
is a
he's got like a
F-35.
little skateboard thing he's working on. You
Right.
know, it's
Yeah.
like he's
Good
just
deal.
trying to make the wheels go a little
Yeah.
faster on the skateboard.
Yeah, but no, I mean we've sold a lot of the Escalades and Raptor R's and everything, so it's
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be
Yeah, cool.
a gangster
tell me. We're always looking to
collaboration.
expand. Oh, okay, yeah.
If you and Skunkworks or Lockheed Martin could do like
Yeah.
like on a Blackwing CTS,
Yeah,
dude, that would go so fucking
Yeah.
hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
That would be.
Yeah.
We may
Let me
have
know
to
when you
look
guys
into
reach
that.
out. Yeah, I want to find your
We'll
fee
shout
on
you
that
out.
one.
Yeah,
Thanks for Dan for making this happen.
exactly.
You can do the first test ride.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know why I got excited.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, I got really in my own head for a second. I got excited.
Okay. Well, hey,
You never know.
You never know. It might
know.
work.
That's right.
It
So-
came straight from here.
When you're working on the F5s,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Well, I studied engineering in school, so we have a small team, and really anything all the way from the wheels and tires to the aero, engine, packaging, electronics, software. I've kind of at one point or another pretty much touched everything on the car. So
That's cool. Do you guys wind tunnel?
yeah, we did some wind tunnel testing. So we actually just came out with a kind of like a upgrade package for the F5. So if 1,800 horsepower wasn't enough, we have option now up to I think just over 2,000 is what we're advertising.
It's never enough.
Never enough. So we call it the Evolution. So Venom F5 Evolution. And as part of that package, we went back to the wind tunnel to update some of the body work for it.
And is
More
that
downforce
rear-wheel drive?
responsibility. Yeah, straight to the
Good
rear.
God.
Yeah.
Are y'all
it's,
using like
it's
a
handful.
Motec ECU or something, or
Yeah.
is it like?
Yeah.
It is Motec.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I went to
Yeah.
school for engineering too. What
cool,
what was
okay.
your major? Was it mechanical?
Yeah, mechanical.
Really? Okay, I did cyber engineering.
Cool.
Dude, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool as hell, Gavin. You should talk about that more.
I know. I honestly haven't really.
So is
much
that
disclosed about
different
it.
than like computer science?
It is, yeah. So they basically will do a lot more of the mechanical side of things bridged with the cyber. And funny enough, that's what I wanted to do is what you were talking about that you do.
Oh, okay, cool.
Originally, before YouTube and everything,
Sure.
I was wanting to design cars.
Cool.
So I think that is pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty badass.
Yeah. Anybody can do it. It's fun. So
Anybody can do it.
anybody can do it.
Yeah, just take
Sure.
this
I'll
stuff
just-
hanging around your garage and do it.
That's it, yeah.
I'll just leave my application with you.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Just have someone reach out. My people reach
yeah.
out to your
Of
people.
course, we'll coordinate.
I don't have any people. It's just me. God, dude, that's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
We really should go down there one day. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
we'll
we've got
load up in the
I think
Jeep.
we've got a really big caravan that's coming your way to deliver your motor.
All right, there we
Gavin and
go.
I will deliver it
There you go.
personally.
Here you go.
And we
we
won't
go.
charge anything.
Right.
We just
Right.
I need a cam for my C6.
Yeah.
If you
and
guys are
coincidentally,
And the Escalade.
right, Escalade.
the Escalade too. Yeah,
don't
the
forget
Escalade
that.
needs more than a cam though, dude. That
I'm
thing
sure they
needs-
have those things just laying around. Just here you
Oh,
go.
man.
Dude, I want to
Let
see
me
your
throw you the
throwaway
keys.
bin. I want to see what y'all's
It's-
scrap bin looks
You know,
like.
the company has grown so much in the past like 4 or 5 years. It's crazy. Like there are multiple people's full-time jobs of taking care of takeoff parts and all the crap that comes off of these builds. It's like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a full operation, and then we just kicked off another kind of expansion on a property to mirror our current layout. So I mean, the building itself it's huge. It's like not quite as big as this, 55,000 square foot, but now we're building another one right next door.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And you guys got your own racetrack, right?
Yeah. So we say that it's
a drag.
It's a retired quarter-mile drag strip with an access road that we treat as our test track. So
That's really awesome.
yeah, I feel we could do some stuff on it. It'd be fun.
There's the official invite, guys.
There it is.
I'm just going to catch the flight with you. We're leaving at what?
Right. 1:30.
1:30? Cool, man.
Dan can be the warehouse cleanup guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
I promise there won't be any parts laying around when I'm done. Dude, Dan, you're doing a great job, man.
Dan's learned really well over the last 6 months how to clean a warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, how to move.
Fuck,
if you need
man.
stuff to be moved, if you
gosh.
need
No,
three-phase wiring to be done,
Oh, no.
he'll do it for you.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No,
You know how to do it now. You can do it in your sleep.
I will sell my business before I move again. I will sell my business before I move again.
Gavin, you want to get in on his future business sale?
Yeah, let's do it.
Plasma table.
We're
buy
going
one,
into
get one
business
free.
together.
Boy.
Oh, yeah, we got that thing. We won't talk about it.
I know, bro. We
won't
got to
talk
do
about
that.
it.
I'm telling you.
Gavin's working on his own brand. No, never mind.
That's a
We
hidden
won't talk
gem.
about it.
People will take it
But-
seriously if I say it.
Yeah. Oh. You can do it. Just do it all.
Yeah, we
Nothing but time.
we got some cool stuff coming out, to say the least. Though.
I hope so. I hope so. I think you and I can make some cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now they got my new powder coating booth up and running. I got my table up and running. I'm full production. So if Hennessy's looking for anybody,
Right,
powder
looking
coating,
to partner with someone.
yeah,
Right. There we go.
ship them all the way out of Georgia,
Right.
and I'll ship them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be fun for the shipping company.
Yeah.
10 hoods.
Do you guys have any secret projects you're working on that you can talk about?
We always have secret projects that we're working on. I'm trying to think what I can say and what I can't say, what we've announced. Unfortunately, yeah, we are working on an interesting product. I can say we're working on the successor to the F5 program. I can say that. Ooh. So, and that's exciting because, I was still finishing up school when the design of the F5 was happening. So I got to kind of see bits and part of that, but I wasn't like in it. And now to be like in it, kind of clean sheet design, it's really, really cool, really special.
Where does that whole process begin? Like if you're at the drawing board and you're like, all right, we're building a car. What's the first start? Like, where are you even? Do you design the engine? Are you designing the frame, body look first?
Yeah. No, I mean that's a great question. I think it's easy to say you want to design something new, but like to actually come up with what that is, I think is in doing the work and figuring out what it is. It kind of illuminates, how bad you really want it. And I think that's really the first step in any sort of clean sheet design, whether it's a car or whatever the product you have, is just as best you can trying to define what it is. And really it starts with kind of usually like a statement or a feeling or emotion if you want to try to capture. For the stuff that we build, we're trying to capture excitement and engagement, kind of that core, gearhead emotion that we all kind of ascribe to and try to get more of, whether we're riding a motorcycle or driving a car, lights out or whatever. That's kind of what we're anchoring on for the successor is driver engagement.
Okay.
A lot of people say, oh, well, you got the F5, it's supposed to go 300 miles an hour. Are you going to build the F6 that goes 400 miles an hour? And it's like, well,
you always got to move the goalpost. That's
Isn't
got to
that
be
funny
tough
how that
to
works?
keep up with.
Yeah.
So it's
Always trying to
interesting.
top yourselves when you guys are already like way ahead,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the challenge for, us and all of our other competitors, Koenigsegg, you build all these cutting edge vehicles that are supposed to go super fast and focus on performance. Then the question is, well, once you've got that, now what? How do you still keep your customer
Boosters.
base engaged?
Boosters.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Anything's
beef
possible with boosters.
Yeah.
with boosters?
Yeah.
I like what you said about driver engagement, though. I feel like consumer, like end stick shift car could be really cool to see from you guys if you were to do like a one-off car.
Yeah.
That could be really nice.
Yeah. So funny you say that. We've gotten so many requests through the years of the F5 as we build it now is a semi-automatic transmission. But we've had so many people say, oh, please, you need to build a manual F5. And so we finally did that, delivered our first one back in August, which was, I got to do a little bit of test driving with it, not a whole lot, but it was
Yeah, using
crazy.
like a Tremec setup?
No. So it's an Italian gearbox
Okay,
from a company called Cima. So,
Wow.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Just a straight 6-speed hooked up to 800 horsepower.
Wow.
God dang.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's up
Crazy.
my alley. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you need to watch the video on that.
Yeah.
It's
I have
nice. I just can feel it. Like click, click,
Yeah. I mean, so it's
Yeah, I
it's a
love it.
true gated gear shifter. So you get the kind of clink, and
Yeah.
it's really special.
I love
Is
that.
it kind of like what Pagani has, where it's like it can be an automatic and it can be?
No, we considered that, but really, again, one of these things that's part of the design process, defining what you want it to be from the outset. We want it to be analog. We want it to be no any sort of intervention from computers or anything. So it's straight, just a physical cable connecting the gear shifter to the gearbox. So
That's so cool.
it's just manual all the time.
I think so many people miss that and
Yeah.
want that. You want to, all the electronics and everything doing everything for you. For people like us that really want to feel connected to the machine,
Yeah.
you want to feel that cable. You want to feel like you are the one controlling it all, and not that you're giving an input to a computer that's going to decide how to do it for you. I think that feeling of the raw power where you get all the extra sounds and feeling and vibrations of everything, that adds so much.
You're not going to hop in a Jesco and be like, "Oh, I feel so connected to the road."
Right. Yeah.
But if you're in a gated manual gearbox, you're going to feel every bit of that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
terrifying
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's equally terrifying and crazy and exciting.
And it makes you not be a distracted driver because
Exactly
you can't be
right.
on your cell phone
Exactly.
and
Dude,
be
it's so hard to
shifting and
text and
clutching.
shift. It is so hard to eat a burger, light a joint, or shift with a gearbox.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Especially
hold
if
on
it's
to your vape.
$3 million. I hope you're not texting and driving.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if I got $3 million, I'm texting and driving.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
If I got
be there in a
I'm
minute.
drink driving that bit. No, I'm just kidding. We're not.
Well, I'm sure the people in the Middle East do whatever they want with them because they
true.
can just pit them into the sand and be
Right.
like,
Let's get another one.
I'll get another one.
You guys seen those videos of the guys in Saudi Arabia drifting on the highway and like the Altimas and stuff?
Yeah.
They'll be on like 120 and
wheels.
rip the e-brake.
Hilarious.
Dude, those guys genuinely live like they've got 32 versions or whatever the number
Yeah.
is waiting for them.
Yep. That would be nice. This seems up your alley.
Saudi Arabia? They would listen to one podcast with me and kill me probably.
You would not be allowed in that country. They'd be like, no.
They just did a lot of comedians got into a lot of shit for that. So like there was a big tour, like a bunch of people got paid millions to do their gigs in Saudi Arabia. But a lot of the stuff that the comedians talk about isn't allowed to be talked about over there.
Really?
So they made them, they're like, hey, you can't tell these jokes here. And a lot of people are all like mad at them because they went and
crazy.
censored themselves for a nation that, well, anyway, I don't want to get political
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's
wild.
You bring in whoever, you bring in Cat Williams, and then you're like, don't be Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do
You
that.
can't. So that, yeah, the self-censoring thing is not good. Not good at all. But I think there was some comedians that had gotten in over their heads on some of those Middle Eastern countries because they go in and they don't take it seriously.
Right.
They're like, oh, I can just be myself. And then, you've got your armed military guards that are like, just super intimidating. And
Yeah, that's the country that will stone you to death for smoking weed.
No way.
Oh yeah, there's
wow.
no drug use allowed over there. It's like a big deal. So
Where
like
is this?
Saudi Arabia.
All right.
Just the Middle East in general too. Like
That's insane. I just don't know
super
that.
conservative.
Yeah.
Super,
Wow.
super conservative.
Interesting.
so I wouldn't survive over there. You can't smoke, you can't say certain things. But
Dan's favorite things to do.
yeah, those are my favorite things.
right.
To say things and smoke, it's like 50% of my life.
Sure, they do other things over there. I don't know. Do they have like full access to YouTube? I wonder.
Good question.
I mean, they got the money, they might as well.
I think Saudi Arabia is where. Do you know Mr. Beast? Obviously.
Yeah.
I think he just opened up Beastland there.
Really?
He opened
Like
up
his
his
Disneyland?
own theme park, and it's
I mean,
massive.
that's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia of all places. I thought that was interesting. It's correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is Saudi Arabia. But yeah, it's not in the U.S.
I don't know. Duncan's going to say.
Look
but they
at
also
Duncan's
have
face. He's like, yeah, right.
Don't you pull that up?
They also have that indoor ski resort.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Indoor ski resort?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
buried it into the ground, and they have an indoor ski resort in the middle of the desert.
Right.
That's fucking
As one
money.
does.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Everyone says that Elon's going to be the first trillionaire,
No.
just on paper.
He's just the first public one.
Yeah.
He's, there's people out there that already have it, and you don't know who they are, and they'll never let you know who they
Yeah.
are because they have the money.
Insane wealth and power.
Yeah.
Insane wealth and power.
Yeah, they've got some awesome stuff over there. They're like, what can we do that's absolutely insane? And they
Have
do
you
it.
have you been, Candy?
I have not. It is high on my list.
Yeah.
They don't like women over there.
We did send some stuff. We did send a couple of containers to Dubai, so I feel like I would have a business reason to go.
Yeah.
And I just, like I was saying, I've been pretty busy the last 4 or 5 years, so I haven't had plans or the ability to make big plans like that. But it's coming. So this coming year, we're probably going to spend 4 weeks over in Europe.
Fun.
So that'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll have you and Riley join me.
Yes,
in Switzerland.
Come on. Yeah, go up to the Alps.
We'll go to the Gruyere and see
Yes.
the Alien
The
Museum.
Alien Museum.
There's an alien museum in the Alps?
Yeah, tell the story. This is crazy.
So I was telling them last night about this beautiful little quaint town called Gruyere in Switzerland, and that's where Gruyere cheese is from. And you go in, it's cobblestone streets, and they've got just the little alpine village thing with the flowers at the window box and the little white lace curtains, and people are dressed of that kind of time frame. And the town just gives you this just nostalgic old Europe feel. And we're there walking around, and I see somebody very goth dressed, and I'm like, interesting. Go around the corner, see like some more goth people coming down, and just so out of place. Like,
Sure.
What is going on here? Is there a weird concert? Is something? Go around this corner, and there is the Alien Museum there. The guy who did all the stuff for Alien put his museum
The
there.
movie, like
movie.
Ridley
The
Scott.
movie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
was
guy that
thinking
did
like
the art for it, and I think his name is Guy. Can you look that up, Geiger, please?
I thought a spaceship crashed.
that's
there.
what I was thinking.
No, the movie.
That would make sense in the mountains.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
Just
that's what my
yes.
head was. I didn't think of like Ridley Scott Alien.
The
Yeah.
Alien movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he decided to put his museum there in this beautiful little quaint European town. And it is the most ill-placed thing ever.
Crazy. I
Ever.
can't even like truly imagine it because it just doesn't like align at all.
Yeah, so I was telling about this beautiful little cafe that you get these fresh berries with this fresh cream. Yeah, it's the H.R. Geiger Museum. And you're sitting in this little quaint, it's probably 150-year-old cafe, and you go around the corner, and then there's this dude with a foot-long spike, blue hair, like piercings everywhere, stacked boots, black leather jacket, and you're like, really? Like, I could see that in Zurich, no problem.
Right.
But out there,
Yeah.
just and there was a big controversy of why they even let him do it, and he picked there for some reasons or whatever. But if you're looking for a very good opposite end of the spectrum experience,
Right.
you can go and get it right there.
Yeah.
So put it on your list of things.
They've
to
got
do
it
if you
all
go
in
to
Switzerland.
Yeah, right there in that little tiny town of Gruyere. You've got the pastures with the beautiful cows, and then you turn around and you got somebody that looks like they're from Low 5 Point standing right there.
Oh my God. Is my girl Sigourney there?
Maybe. I don't know.
My first
She's
celebrity
got a statue.
crush,
Yeah,
Sigourney
yeah,
Weaver. Yeah.
Wow.
I was walking behind this.
It was rough when I saw her recently. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's
I was
getting
like,
old.
oh,
Everybody
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Everybody does.
I was
Not
like,
Jennifer Aniston.
She's got a better
or,
surgeon.
or Kylie
Yes.
Jenner or
it's
whatever.
true. It's true.
Which one of those the Jenners that just came out? She's 70 and she looks like she's 14 now.
They are just paying for that exosome therapy.
Oh, I figured they were just
$4,000 a whack.
pumping her full of
Wow.
stem cells or something.
Yeah, the exosome therapy is like seriously $4,000 a treatment, and they've probably already been doing it for like 20 years.
God dang.
Yeah, you can stay younger if you start sooner. And I went to a place around here not too long ago that was having a little open house, and I didn't realize they were going to do it in the lobby. So I go up there and I
in front of everybody.
yeah, well, the little office was really, really small. So, but I just didn't know. They were like, come by and you'll get, a discount on your next facial or whatever. So I go up there and I just come from work and I'm like, I got to go. I'm hurry. I open the elevator doors open and there's like 50 people right there. And I swear I thought I stepped into a den of vampires. I was like, oh my God.
You may have.
Bunch of Tom Cruises walking around.
No facial
How old
lines.
are you, little boy?
No facial
67.
lines whatsoever. All the ladies have the glass skin and they all look 25. And they're over there like doing a demo of like getting this lady Botox all over her face. She's like needles everywhere. And I was like, wow, this is wild.
Right.
Is it just aesthetic though, or does it like actually give you the chance to live longer?
No, living longer, no.
Okay.
No, that Brian
Not
dude's
yet.
got that on lockdown. He takes whatever 90 pills a day, does his red light therapy, does the
yeah.
the plasma
guy.
injections from his son, and
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
dude. That's
Yeah.
weird, man. Death comes for us all.
Yeah. Well, he's in a weird way, he's a living experiment, and he's choosing to do it himself, and people will benefit from what he does. It's just, he doesn't have like any kind of like normal life whatsoever. You know, I saw a little clip of him where he was like, I do not date because nobody can handle my situation.
Right.
Because he'd rather sleep than do other things.
God.
You know?
Honestly,
and
me
then
too.
like he doesn't eat normally or whatever, and all that. And it's a tough life. I mean, I know I try and stick to like a carnivore diet, and it's really tough if you're trying to be social. And, you know, like we live in the land of carbs and sugar, and, you know, for me and my son's school in particular, it's like, I think they're just trying to poison my kid every single day there.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're trying to live like a healthier lifestyle and it's more on the extreme end of things, people look at you like you're weird. It's like, no, I don't eat pizza. Like, what? You don't eat pizza? You don't eat hamburgers? No.
Dude.
Flick that bun off and I'll eat it, but no. So it's, you know, he's really putting himself out there and being an extreme experiment.
I guess we'll know in a couple decades if it works.
Yeah. And I tried to watch his Netflix series, but I couldn't get past the first episode. But, you know, the first part starts with them kind of flipping through like a lot of the comments he gets on his social media. And they're pretty rude. They're like, dude, you're just going to get hit by a bus. And, you know, all this stuff.
That would fucking suck.
That's so
it's
fucked
rough.
up, dude.
Like he's trying to live to be like 130 with all of his cognitive functions still there.
He
And
steps off of a curb wrong. And
Right. Yeah.
Gosh. Well, you never know. I mean, people just wake up and die. People.
Yeah. Oh, they don't wake up and die.
Well, yeah, I guess they die in their sleep.
how are you going to go to bed and wake up dead?
Right. Exactly.
What is that from? Is that Scary Movie? I think it's Scary Movie 3.
Yeah, but
anyway.
still, you know, it happens. Planes.
Yeah.
How you going to
Fall
go
out
to
of the sky
bed
and hit your
wake
house
up
and-
dead? You ain't
Yeah.
never going to wake up.
Well, whatever he's doing, we'll benefit from it because, you
Sure.
know, you need this technology because you keep hurting yourself. So it's like a regenerative, like the best
There we
regenerative
go.
tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it has multiple purposes, not just from the vanity point of view, but for, you know, people who've got injuries, and like us being in the motorcycle industry, we've
Right.
got injuries all the time. So that from that aspect of it, a lot of good things will come from it. But he's like hooked up to, he's constantly doing blood tests and scans and all that stuff. So more power to him if he wants to be his own lab rat.
That'll help long term.
Yeah.
Do either one of y'all have any bionic pieces?
Can you go through a metal detector?
Fresh out of those. No?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury.
I think it's fortunate.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I mean, I've got a metal ankle.
For real?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there
I
was
snapped
metal
my
pieces
shit.
in there. I remember you snapping
Yeah.
it, but I
What
didn't know.
was that from? Was that from the DR?
That was from the DRZ.
Yeah. So it's from a DRZ also. Like, come on now.
Dang.
It was the DRZ. I'm telling you, dual sports are the most fun you can have under the speed limit on a motorcycle.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And they hurt you too.
Well, you said you'd never been in an accident
No.
on motorcycle.
No. He hasn't yet.
Yeah,
he
that's
hasn't
what
yet.
I said that
Hasn't
earlier
yet.
too. It's inevitable on a bike.
I guess we have
That's
different opinions on what's safe to say.
Sure.
I would never
It's
wish that upon you.
jinxy. It's jinxy.
Jinxie. Okay. And I know, Gavin, you've had one or two at least. I remember the running from the cop story.
Yeah.
No.
I was young though. I was like 16. But yeah, I was on a non-registered track bike and I was riding around the night before a track event that I was going to at MSR Houston. And out on the street, cop passed me. I was doing way too fast. Lights flicked on. And I was so young. I had so much adrenaline, just kept running. And curve came up too fast. I just shot straight through it. I went through a brick
no.
mailbox. My whole
So you
body.
weren't ready for your
Oh,
track day, is what
gosh.
you're saying.
No, I was not. Yeah, no.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm happy you walked out of that
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
That sounded gnarly.
The most painful crash I've been in on a bike, believe it or not, was on a Honda Grom. I was wheeling it, and I'm sitting here in a parking lot of a car wash, dude, and I'm wheeling it in front of everybody. All of a sudden, I fell back, and the whole bike's handlebars came and, like, smashed my hip between the concrete. And so it was the weight of the bike, just boom, right on my hip bone. That I couldn't walk for, like, a week. That sucked.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
little
that's the only
ones,
two I've been in,
'cause
really.
you get complacent. The little ones will bite you.
I know, yeah.
You know?
You just think you're having fun playing around, all of a sudden, it'll
Dude,
come get
that's
you.
what we say at our home. It was fun until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, I didn't even think about. Has your dad or anybody else in the family been involved in some nasty accidents doing testing for cars?
That's a good question. Thankfully, nothing too major, but we've definitely had some close calls. I know I was at a summer camp. I was probably like 10, and we had this crazy customer who's in Russia wanted to build this crazy Viper for this like a half-mile event or something. And so, they go and build the car and fly it over there. And it's crazy because like the guy lives in Moscow, but the event was in like Siberia. So my dad flies into Moscow for like, they, spend a few days there to like acclimate, get rid of their jet lag. And then the customer's like, okay, yeah, now we're going to go on this train for like 10 hours, go to Siberia to do this race. Anyways, so they get to the race and the customer wanted my dad to drive it. And so he gets in, he gets ready, hops in, whatever, and warms up the tires, goes up to the starting line and like hits it. And as soon as he does, the steering wheel pops off.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I guess whoever homeboy who was getting it prepped for him didn't really, stick it on there. And he he's my father, so he's always trying to craft in some sort of like learning life lesson. He's like, so if you're ever getting in a race car, always double check the steering wheel. Which is funny because like, legitimately that's what I do now. Anytime I'm in sort of high horsepower anything. So anyways, yeah, so we've had some close calls.
I'm sure that.
Thankfully, he managed to get on the brakes as soon as it popped off. And he was like, well, shit. So he was inches from the wall.
God dang.
So,
Dang.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
That does happen.
Yep.
As a business
Part
owner,
of
I
it.
can tell you it's so embarrassing when it does.
Yeah.
Like I hand off a motorcycle to somebody and
And they
like,
drop it in the parking lot.
oh, that too.
I can't imagine.
Tell him, Dan.
day
that was funny.
The day I took delivery of my H2,
The H2.
brand new,
Oh,
Impossible to match paint.
yeah.
no.
drop that shit in front of God and everybody in the
Was it on
parking
video
lot.
at least?
I think I demanded everybody. I was like, "Give me your phones right now."
I would have posted that
Yeah, because he
everywhere.
was
Thankfully
he
didn't.
was on the bike and we were just standing around and we weren't,
Oh
I was
my
moving
God.
it, and I was like, kind of, and I had no idea how, like,
It's
I'm
super
not tall. I'm
Right.
5'9" in boots, 5'9", 5'10" in boots, and I wasn't wearing boots.
He was wearing like his Vans. I
Yeah,
think.
because I used to ride.
Oh boy.
God dang it, man!
Used to ride in vans?
That's why I'm wearing these.
Yes.
now. Dude, that's why I broke my ankle. I was
Yeah, I was
wearing
about to say
Vans.
there's a reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing these. I wear these in the shower now, buddy. I tell you what, you're not gonna catch me slacking.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was just kind of going around in the parking lot and just that top got over on him
Yeah.
and his little tippy toes.
In
Junk.
in front of, at the time, the owner, in front of all the techs who were all super excited for me.
Oh
A
god.
bunch
Yeah,
of people.
this was like we did it like a big production. on
Yeah,
the
it was
H2.
like
It was like
a
a big deal.
It was like a big deal. I
yeah.
cried beforehand. I was like, I'm getting my dream bike.
Yeah. There was that
Oh my
sensitive
gosh.
YouTube moment with a little gushy soundtrack behind it, and Dan's like, as I'm like bringing it out.
Oh man.
It was so
yeah.
cool. And then I drop it, and I was like, we're not.
It was foreshadowing.
You got-
foreshadowing.
Dude, you could cut the quiet with a knife. As soon like everyone was like, whoa.
Yeah. Right.
I had to give people help me pick it up. It was a heavy fucking bike. It was
Yeah.
like
Right. That's the worst part about
580
dropping your
pounds.
bike. Is like, can somebody help me?
Yeah,
And at the time,
then,
your service tech who was helping me, he was like 5 feet tall, flat, and he
Yeah.
helped me get the bike
yeah.
up.
All those guys are amazing. Yeah, they're used to
They're
doing it,
freaking
but-
awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then you're just thinking about like that impossible to match paint, like galaxy paint, like it's a deep, like a metal paint
Like a
almost.
flake, yeah.
Yeah.
Like chrome almost.
Yeah,
Like a black
almost.
chrome.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But whatever. He got it out of the way.
That's right.
That-
It's just a good reminder.
Those
we're all-
first
we're all just
scratches,
people.
dings, dent, just get it done.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
tank damage. There was no damage on the tank. It was just
No,
fairing. It was
yeah.
just fairing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I never crashed that bike. Just because of that. I
Yeah.
got it right out of the way.
Yeah. I long ago stopped, and I hate to say this, but everyone in the room understands this point. It's like you can't treat them like operating rooms. You can't treat
Yeah.
any vehicle like an operating room. It's not mentally good for you to be like, oh my God, there's dirt in my car.
Right.
Or, try not to get it scratched, dinged, or dented.
Yeah, I
you
know.
it's
I've heard a story of a
impossible.
guy who, whatever new car he's buying, he's a car guy. That's probably paying you to hear, but the moment he receives delivery of his new car, he takes his key and fucking keys it across the side of the car. The first
Yeah.
thing he does, just
Yeah.
to,
Get it
good
over with.
reminder, hey.
Wow.
A
It's
week
just
after
ding.
I had the Plaid, a lady rear-ended me
Yeah.
at a yield sign.
Oh gosh.
And I mean, I was like livid because she dented not only the hatch coming down, but the bumper, like
Oh,
just
man.
a line. And I was so mad.
Yeah.
So mad. But
That bitch.
I was like, well, it's done. It's done. It's
Yeah.
done. And, you don't really see it unless you see it the right way. And they're like, oh my God, what'd you hit? And I'm like, nothing. So,
She's got the Plaid. Dan has the Z06. You have any cool personal cars?
You know,
Put those two
I
in the
get
same
this-
category. Is
yeah.
crazy, guys.
I get asked this question a lot. I had a really sweet Gen 1 Raptor, but
Ooh.
yeah, our factory is out in the country, like kind of way out of the city limits. So, you know, I drive almost an hour to work one way. So the gas bill, it just wasn't.
He's got a Prius.
No, I've got a sweet VW sport wagon. So it's cool. It's stock,
What
but
the fuck?
yeah, I'm a wagon guy.
No, I am too.
Yeah.
I'm a big wagon guy, but like put it on the company credit card or something, dude. Like, Dad, you got to take care of this gas bill.
Yeah.
Actually, that was something else. Hennessey Fuel Company sounds really
Yeah,
good. And you
well,
guys just, have
know,
your
funny-
own refinery right there in
Yeah.
Texas.
110 octane. Holy
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get
that's an
dead cost
idea.
on fuel.
It's true. Yeah, I
then
mean,
you-
we partner with Shell, so they take care of us. But yeah, it's not a
This
bad idea.
podcast sponsored by Shell. Fill them up.
Contact Duncan for that
That's it.
sponsorship package, please.
Exactly.
Because we could use that too.
Yep.
We go through a fuel here, obviously, way less than you guys do, but fuel
Yeah.
is always a problem.
fuel-
Put a
and oil,
pump out
they're
back.
great.
You got the Tesla charger out front. Put the pump out back. 110 on pump.
Do you know the regulatory problems with having?
No, that's why I said to do it.
Okay,
right.
yeah,
That's why I said
yeah.
to do it. I
You
don't
would
know.
just do it, and then that's because you just do it.
Oh,
you do it with
bill
Dan all the
shows up.
time.
Oh, fuck.
No, we did consider getting like a above ground tank, but there's lots of complications with it.
Yeah.
Always. We're right next to a creek, right next to
Yeah, but
high
you
tension
got
power
your gas station
lines
right
and-
here, so it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
not too bad.
yeah, it is.
Now, I do have a question for you, and
Yeah.
subsequently Gavin too, because Gavin's in the supercar world.
Yeah.
Is there any car that you want that's not a Hennessey? Right?
Oh,
like, obviously,
yeah,
you guys
yeah, I
make the
mean-
coolest and best cars.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
I'm biased,
no
but
doubt.
there's definitely things out there that I would love to own one day.
What's your top three?
Top 3. Oh man,
Unlimited budget,
unlimited budget.
Yeah,
oh,
no- no
man,
budget.
unlimited
we're really
time
getting out
frame
there.
can
Unlimited
can
time
be
frame.
antique, vintage, future.
That's a good question. Oh man,
Tough one.
yeah,
V-Wagon.
yeah. The V-Wagon, that's our product. We've done stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I've seen some. I don't know. You've said some. Really, all of y'all have said things that have like, yeah, it's just good reminders. Kind of seeing everything, it leaves you just with the wacky and the weird.
The Gremlin.
The Gremlin, right. One thing that's just really weird, out of the ordinary, that's actually kind of quasi motorcycle car. My brother and I were with a couple clients up in New York, and he comes rolling up in this wacky 3-wheel thing. I don't even know what it was called. It was like a one-off thing that this Italian guy built for some F1 driver from back in the day. It was like from the 90s. So it has kind of like this.
Like a T-Rex or a slingshot?
Two up front or
yeah,
two
two
up
up,
back?
two up front.
Okay.
And it was very interesting. It had kind of the 90s flair style to it. And I was like, what on earth is that? And it was funny because it's a 2-seater, but in line. So you got the guy in front driving, and then you've got your piggyback guy behind you. And so anyways, I thought that was cool. My brother, he was like, you want to take it for a spin? So my brother and I went and drove it around, tooled around. And, we didn't go about 30 miles an hour, but it was just like, it was fun. I've never really done much with like slingshots or anything. So I'm sure you could probably get the same experience from one of those, but just
No.
all right.
No.
It says no.
No.
But yeah, and it was real goofy because it was, I don't know what engine it was in, what it had in it, but it was some sort of like motorcycle thing. And the way you shifted it was like,
It was a sequential.
yeah, exactly.
Ding, ding,
yeah,
ding,
it was
ding,
like the motorcycle transmission that you do with like a stick.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was like Hayabusa powered or something.
It was
Maybe.
probably, it was, I mean, it had some go. So
There was a company that was using motorcycle motors to make some, but it is a while ago. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, there's been a lot of people who make
The
cars.
Radicals still do that.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like their little
Oh, yeah.
downforce race cars,
yeah.
and they're pretty cool. They use Busa engines.
Okay, cool.
They're,
Yeah.
they're cool as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really neat.
So something like that would probably be up there. I mean, I get exposed to so much of the American stuff that, naturally when I'm like asked a question of like, what else would you want? I kind of tend towards like European stuff. Any old Ferrari. I'm a F40 guy.
My man. My man.
So, I mean, that's what I grew up seeing.
Yeah.
Like, that was my poster car when I was a kid.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously another thing that was like, I saw a lot of growing up and just has like a special place in my heart is the Dodge Viper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I want
Hell
an ACR Extreme so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Does it matter what generation?
You know, like the newer Vipers were cool, but I think like the Gen 2 kind of mid 90s was kind of quintessential Viper. You know, for me, that's what our company modified a lot of those. So yeah, to see one of those would be.
Yeah, that was the big cover of, what was it, Car and Driver?
Yeah. I mean,
The
it was
yellow one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that in my mind from
Yep.
back then.
Yeah.
Is when that came out, Scott Russell was like world champion, and he's from here.
Okay.
And we would hang out, and he'd come to the dealership, and
Yeah.
we hung out afterwards. There was a group of people in Atlanta that would always chill with him, and he had a black Viper.
Yeah.
But it was the car.
Uh-huh.
It was the car. If you were whoever you were at the time,
Yeah.
that was your. He had an NSX and he had the Viper.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a
And-
killer combo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's nice.
He was big pimping then, and I got to drive the Viper.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. It was one of my first experiences in something like that.
Yeah.
And just that, when you go back to that gated feel and that raw, like,
Yeah.
you
Plus, I
know,
mean, it's V10.
Yeah.
What kind of cars can you buy these days that are, you know, somewhat attainable that are V10? That's
Yeah.
like,
Not only
Well-
that, but huge displacement V10s.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like all the Lamborghinis and stuff, their V10s are like small.
yeah, high revving, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a Tomahawk.
Yo, if you get one of those, you're gonna let me drive it, please.
I don't know that they run, and I think there's only 5 or 10 of them.
Gavin, I'll make you one.
There you go.
Please do.
Yeah.
I'll get the motor.
Okay.
Seriously, I'll get the motor if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, I think
And then we can
between
put it
my
right
fab
here.
and Gavin's mechanical skills,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check your upgrades on your fabs. You know, I remember Warhorse.
I can make 2 pieces of metal stick. What?
There was some.
That thing is still running and driving, ain't it? That
Yeah,
thing
it
is still
was.
all one piece, ain't it? That thing's clapped out. It's still going.
You've improved since then, right?
Oh, a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for motor sponsorship. You guys put it together. I'll get you the motor.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
he can let us have his trash can. He can just like, okay,
Yeah.
here you
Yeah,
go.
I'll come by with like a bin and
Yeah.
oh, you don't need these.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We'll just stick
OEM
components on there
blower.
just because. Just like stack all these leftover components. And he's like,
Yeah.
we've got this
Yeah.
and we've got that on there.
a little smorgasbord.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
You throwing away these LT4 blowers? All right.
Oh, man. Hey, let me take those off your hands.
Yeah, I'll get them out of here.
Cool. All right, well, Ryland, do you have any last questions for anybody? Anything you have to know about Gavin or Dan?
I'm married, sorry.
Oh my God.
I guess, yeah. I guess for you two guys, what's left on y'all's like kind of bucket list of things you want to see or do before you die in terms of car, motorcycle experiences?
Gavin?
I really kind of along the same trend. I really think it'd be fun to build a car at some point and do something kind of unique like that. But for me, at least, I just want to, from where I'm at currently, build a bunch of brands and companies and kind of key off from content more into like the business ownership side of things and grow that more than anything. I feel like for me.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good businessman. I can see that working very well.
I appreciate that. What about you, Dan? What you trying to do from here?
I'm close, man. I've got my shop all set up, ready to go. I want to start making custom motorcycles and custom cars. Not to put it on the same level, but I would love for my name long term to be known in the way kind of like a Hennessey would be known, or like my last name's Linginfelter, unrelated to the other Linginfelter performance. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I'd love for somehow my name to be attached to making amazing and beautiful machines, whether it be cars or motorcycles or maybe both.
Yeah.
That's what I've been gearing up for the last couple of years. And now it's like, I've got everything. I just got to do it, if that makes sense.
Make
Yeah.
a prototype.
I just got to like stop sucking, dude. I'm my biggest weakest link. for
Finish
sure.
your projects.
I know.
Dan wanted reminders about today,
I did needed reminders today.
so I gave him like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Every
My dad
day.
always says that he's got a PhD in failure and, he's a 30-year overnight success story. So I think if he
I
says
like
that,
that.
there's hope for everyone.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is so inspiring. You have no idea. You have no idea how inspiring that is to me. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That is key, it
A
seems like, is
PhD
getting
in
good
failure.
at failing and not stopping, regardless of what.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anybody can fail. It's how you pick yourself
Everybody
back
will.
up afterwards.
Yeah.
Every failure is a learning opportunity.
Yeah,
You know,
depending
that's
on
how
how you
you
look at it.
that's how you learn to fix whatever that was and make it better.
Well, I mean, by that definition, I should know a whole lot.
Yeah.
You do.
You
don't
do. You just don't apply it.
I know the wrong way
Apply
for a lot
it.
of things. Yeah.
You make the mistakes. You just don't keep making.
Well, what about you, Candy?
Here we go.
What's yours? I mean, obviously you're well established. You have a very successful business. You run an amazing ship here. What does the next 10 years look like for Candy?
Keeping this ship floating, putting some Hennessey horsepower behind it,
Yeah.
getting some big guns in here.
You should
and
just snuck that in there.
Yeah. I do have plans. You know, some expansion plans. I actually have started 2 new companies this year as well. So now I have a total of 6 companies now.
Do we get to know about them?
Nope.
No. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
They're all military contracts.
They're
Can't
not.
disclose.
They're not discussion worthy. They're paper companies. They sell paper products. But you know, getting those things rolling and off the ground, and you know, the podcast. Like we started off talking about, this has been a year and a half plus of just trying to get this thing going, and we've suffered, you know, people failures, tech failures, whatever, and it's the perseverance of just seeing the vision. You know, I just want the vision to keep going. And it's a pretty big vision, but I have my plans of moving on to the next chapters of my life in about 10 or 12 years. So that's working on exit strategy. So for me, I now live every day pretty much by minutes of, you know, I only have so many minutes to do this and this and this, and I have to do everything for planning for today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 10 years down the road. And that's all kind of simultaneously happening. So one of the kind of analogies I use with everybody every day is like, we're on the highway. We're on I-75 at that biggest part right there by 285 where there's 8 lanes. And each one of my companies is in a lane, and then projects are in lanes, and we're supposed to all be doing 100 miles an hour every day. Every day.
Yeah.
You get in there and you go and you go and you go because time goes by so fast. And that's the thing that I had to get better at myself, is doing everything I could today because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Keeping everything going, getting everything planed up, and then adding stuff in because, you know, I'm an idea person too. So Duncan and the guys are tired of hearing about my ideas because it's like every day I'm like, what if we do this? And they're like, oh man, we haven't even done this from
We're
yesterday.
still setting up the infrastructure for the podcast.
Right. But the more I learn from the great minds of the world, some of the best entrepreneurs come up with everyday ideas, like tons and tons of ideas. And they did studies on successful business people that had no ideas and their businesses failed. So there is something to that creative energy that keeps things going, and always thinking about fresh stuff. And yeah, so we've got stuff. We've got stuff happening.
Happy to watch it. You guys don't know this, or you might, but Candy has actually been probably the biggest supporter of me for a better part of a decade. You know, she's given me a lot of opportunities. So thank you very much for having us, Candy.
No, you're very welcome. I like to share in your success as well. You know, I also like to be very supportive of other people's ideas and give them ideas and encouragement, because if we don't support each other, then, you know, it's kind of just negative, and you never know where you find inspiration and motivation from other people and conversations. And, you know, I came up with a bunch of ideas from yesterday's conversations and stuff. So Duncan's going to hate me this week. All the emails, the 2 a.m. emails he's going to be getting.
He's over there stressing.
Yeah. But it's, you know, the think tanks. It's awesome. That's what I really thrive on. And if, you know, if money and time were no issue, I'd have 100 companies. I'd have 1,000 companies, just because I love different ideas and the things they can do for people. And, you know, you've got all the time and place of, you know, Gavin may have this perfect idea, but it's not the time and place for it. But, you know, keep it on that back burner in 5 years,
Yep.
you know.
That's really it. I've learned that.
So never give up on your dreams and ideas and the connections. Oh yeah, it is 120.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Look at this helmet. Look at this helmet right here.
I wanted to pointing at.
Yeah. Pull that off there. I found this little jewel in one of my boxes. I thought it was very appropriate for this particular podcast.
Oh, dude, hell
Yeah.
it's the Marlboro one.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and this should be special to Dan because he had done a similar wrap on his car.
I like that helmet.
Yeah.
Actually,
there you
I
go.
had that helmet. I lost it. I had one of those
Oh,
helmets.
man.
I lost
Yeah.
it.
What's the? Oh, okay. I thought I read that.
Yeah.
Raw dog.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is really nice.
That's a beautiful one right there.
Well, this has been fantastic, but I'm about to leak out my eyes. I got to pee so bad.
I think it's time for a pee break and wrapping this thing up. Thank
right.
you guys very much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
awesome to
absolutely.
be able to get everybody together, coordinated on our time, and everybody was on time. Thank you, Dan. It was great.
Bro, I'm catching so many strays today.
Let's go, Dan.
I'll take a round of applause. That's right. A man knows when to take a
Yeah.
round of applause.
And Ryland, you're welcome out here anytime.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having
Always
me.
got a
And next
second
time
home out here.
we'll bring our bikes out. We'll go do something fun or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We go for a ride.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin, appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Good to see
Anytime.
you, Gav.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.
All right.
See ya.
Thank you for tuning in to Candy's World on Wheels podcast. Leave a review anywhere that you're listening to this podcast, please, and thank you. Reviews really do make a very big difference in the growth of our channel.
All right.
What you drinking, Candy? Is that nice hot cocoa?
It's a
She got the shot in there.
latte with collagen, and all that. Like a
a
meal.
shot.
It's a meal replacement coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's like not only does it make you poop, but it loads you up too.
It does it
yes,
all.
it's a self-fulfilling in and out. It's a
Perpetual motion coffee.
It is. It goes in, it comes out. It goes in, it comes out. All right.